Hey guys, what's going on, and welcome back to What Shall We Do Next. And today's video is very different than anything I would typically talk about on my channel, but I thought I would do a movie review of a movie that I typically would never talk about on my channel. Now, this movie I watched the other night, and honestly, I'd never heard of it. It came out in 2020, and I saw a clip of it on TikTok. You know how people like upload clips on TikTok of like movies, and then they put like part 1, part 2, and then it goes all the way to like part 100. They basically just uploaded the whole movie in parts. I didn't even need to watch part 2. I was sold on part 1. It was the cutest thing I've ever seen, guys. I literally cried watching the TikTok. So in the TikTok video, it showed like a clip of the beginning scene of the movie, if you've watched it. And it's like the part when she's like stood on the bridge and they meet. And it had that music that's like in every TikTok video. It's like, I'm sorry, don't leave me, I want you here with me. It was that song, and I was fucking tears and everything, and it was just a little like 30-second clip from the movie. So after seeing that, I was like, this is it. I found my new favorite movie. I'm gonna watch it tonight. So I did. I watched it on Saturday night, and it was the best movie I've ever seen. It wasn't the best, but it was like definitely up there. It was a really good movie. So good that I watched it again the next night. And okay, so I'll tell you a little bit about the movie. So the movie is called All the Bright Places. I don't even know if I told you what happened in the TikTok, but I didn't even tell you what the movie was called. But it's called All the Bright Places, and it's directed by Brett Haley, and the two actors in it, Elle Fanning. I think she's related to Dakota Fanning, right? She looks like her. Am I a psychic? And Justice Smith, which they both played really, really insanely good characters. It says also here it's based on, and I didn't know this either, but my friend told me that she had heard of this movie, but she knew it was based on a book, and it is. It's based on a novel by Jennifer Niven, or Niven, I don't know. Now, I won't tell you obviously what happens, but I will tell you a little bit about it and what attracted me to it. It's like your typical love story between two teenagers, but it's like the two most unlikely of people. It seems like from appearance, you would think she's like the kind of quiet, nerdy girl with like glasses, and she's like very quiet, doesn't really talk much, and her sister had been in a car accident and died not long before, so she's feeling very depressed and everything like that, and that's what led her to standing on the ledge of this bridge. And her name is Violet Markey in the movie, and she's just very quiet, she's very sad, and she's like just a very like introverted person, I guess. I don't know whether she was always like that or this has just been going on since her sister died. But the night that she's standing on the bridge, she ends up having an encounter with the typical, I guess you could say, bad kid of the school. He's always in trouble. He has to go to these like behavioral classes and therapy sessions and stuff like that because he's always getting in fights. He's always doing things that are like taking time off school and stuff like that. He took so many weeks off school throughout the year, just didn't want to show up for school. And they know him in school as like the freak. So it's like the two most unlikely of people, where she kind of comes across as like a goody girl, like a goody two-shoes. He's like the bad kid. And his name is Theodore Finch, but they call him Finch throughout the movie. And they both meet because he's doing a run. He likes to run. That helps him clear his mind, because the one thing that they do find they have in common is they're both struggling with certain types of mental illness. But he comes across her on this bridge, and he like manages to talk her down. At first she's like telling him, go away, leave me alone. And he doesn't. He gets up on the ledge with her, and he's trying to make her laugh. He's like, look what I can do, and like balancing over the edge. But then he manages to actually talk her down. And from that moment on, they build this like very unlikely relationship. It starts off as like a friendship. He's really putting a lot of effort into like getting to know her and wanting her to be better. Like he's putting a lot of effort into wanting her to be better than she is. Like I guess he can see in her that she has potential, and she's holding herself back. And he really tries to bring the inner Violet Markey out of her instead of keeping her suppressed like inside of her. And he successfully does that. But I can't tell you the end. It's gonna make me cry, but it's very sad at the end. But it's just a beautiful like story, how even just as a love story, it's so romantic, and like the things that he does for her. And it's like she says in the movie toward the end, like you can find beauty in the ugliest of places, and he takes her to places which typically you wouldn't really be impressed by, like the highest point of Indiana, and it's like nothing there. That's a pretty funny scene, like, and she's just like not impressed at all. But then he's like he sees the beauty in everything, you know what I mean? So it's like, really, he tries to show her that you can see beauty in anything, even in the ugliest of places. And that's actually a quote from the movie toward the end. And they do like these little cute activities, like they stop off at this old farmhouse where there's like a husband and wife, and they've got this like homemade built, like he built it himself, roller coaster, and it's just a very small thing, but they get to go on it, and they go visit this tree that people have like tied their shoes together by the laces and threw it on the branches, and they do that. I guess it's like a core memory thing, and they're creating all these little core memories. And she really starts to have a good time with him, and to the point where they do fall in love in the end. But it's a pretty sad ending. I will leave it at that. Oh man, but I really loved this movie. I will definitely watch it again, and I just thought it would be nice to talk about it. I know it's not a horror movie, it's not something I would typically talk about, but it's definitely worth watching, guys. If you haven't seen it, watch it. It's such a beautiful movie, and it really does highlight the importance of, like, you know, you don't know what people are going through, so just treat people how you want to be treated. Like I said, this kid, Finch, he was like the bad kid. Everyone would stay away from him. He didn't have any friends. He was like the bad kid that nobody wanted to associate with. He was like always in trouble and stuff like that. He was known as the Freak. And people didn't know that he was battling his own demons inside, and all he needed was some help. And you see that when you see like the scenes in his bedroom, the little things, that the coping mechanisms that he's had to come up with himself because nobody was there to help him, such as writing on post-it notes and sticking them all over his like ceiling and stuff like that, and all over the walls in his bedroom. And he does that to help him focus and help him stay, I guess, like his mental illness, whatever it is, like he can't control himself sometimes, and you later find out like there is a reason for why he's like that. But anyway, I won't tell you anymore, but definitely check it out. It's a beautiful movie, and if you have seen it, let me know in the comment section, what did you think? I thought it was a really good movie. It was very well played. I loved the two actors in it. They did a great job, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Remember to chase your dreams. Peace out.